On February 13, 2018, just before Valentine's Day, United Airlines Flight 1175 took off from San Francisco International Airport, heading for Honolulu, Hawaii. The flight, carrying 363 passengers and 15 crew members, was a routine direct route over the Pacific Ocean. The aircraft, a Boeing 777-200, was in prime condition for its journey. At an altitude of 36,000 feet, disaster struck. At precisely 11:58 a.m. local time, a massive jolt shook the plane, followed by a deafening bang. Panic ensued as the aircraft shuddered violently. The autopilot and auto-throttle systems disengaged, and all cockpit instruments became obscured by the extreme shaking. The plane rolled uncontrollably to the right at a 40-degree angle. The pilots faced a dire situation. Could they regain control and safely reach their destination, or were they doomed to a tragic end in the ocean? The Boeing 777-200, a long-range, wide-body twin-engine aircraft, had a maximum takeoff weight of 545,000 pounds. With almost 990,000 flight hours and over 16,000 cycles, the aircraft had a solid safety record. It was powered by Pratt & Whitney PW4077 turbofan engines, known for their reliability. The cockpit crew included Captain Benham, 57, with 13,000 flight hours, First Officer Paul, 60, with 11,000 hours, and off-duty First Officer Ed Gagarin. The flight's initial stages were routine. Pushback from the gate went smoothly, the engines roared to life, and the plane taxied to the runway. Captain Benham asked First Officer Paul to handle the first leg of the journey. With clearance from air traffic control, Paul accelerated the engines, and the Boeing 777-200 lifted off, climbing into clear skies. The flight proceeded smoothly over the Pacific Ocean. Hours into the flight, the crew checked in with Honolulu Control for an update on weather conditions. The onboard computer reported overcast skies at 1,000 feet and a visibility range of 10 miles. The temperature was a mild 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Captain Benham completed the descent checklist and briefly left the cockpit. Upon returning, the aircraft experienced a sudden and massive explosion. The explosion caused the autopilot and auto-throttle systems to disconnect, and the plane began to shake violently. The cockpit instruments became unreadable. The right engine had suffered a full-length fan blade fracture, leading to uncontrollable shaking and a 40-degree roll to the right. Captain Benham and First Officer Paul struggled to communicate over the cacophony of noise as metal bent and twisted. In the cabin, passengers feared for their lives as Captain Benham declared an emergency. The pilots fought to stabilize the aircraft. Captain Benham, drawing on his extensive experience, including acrobatic flying, took command. He and First Officer Paul worked together to level the plane. They pushed the throttle to the maximum to maintain speed and used the left rudder to counteract the roll. The captain adjusted the plane's nose, skillfully stabilizing it amidst the chaos. Initially, the cause of the instability was unclear. However, the right engine indicator soon revealed that engine pressure was lost. Captain Benham concluded that the right engine was lost and instructed First Officer Paul to initiate the severe engine damage checklist. They completed the checklist, and Paul shut down the right engine. The vibration lessened, but the plane's control remained abnormal. Captain Benham increased the throttle on the left engine to maintain a descent rate of 1,200 feet per minute. The crew declared an emergency and started the drift-down checklist, while Ed Gagarin obtained vectors to Honolulu. Flying with only one functioning engine posed significant challenges. The plane descended through clouds, with the captain adjusting airspeed to prevent stalling and ensure a controlled descent. Captain Benham realized that pushing the nose down to increase airspeed would endanger their landing prospects, while raising the nose could lead to a stall. He maintained optimal airspeed between 245 and 255 knots to keep the flight stable. With the left engine producing 90,000 pounds of thrust and the right engine shut down, he anticipated a one-shot approach to Honolulu. The pilots attempted to re-engage the autopilot and auto-throttle, but these systems were inoperative. Captain Benham manually flew the plane to Honolulu. He communicated the situation to the cabin crew, preparing them for a possible ditching in the ocean. Ed took a photo of the damaged engine, revealing that the engine cowling had been torn off. This confirmed the aerodynamic disruption that had compromised stability. The crew contacted the airline's Network Operations Center for assistance and informed Honolulu Control of the situation. Captain Benham set the flaps to 1, and a sigh of relief followed when the flaps engaged successfully. As the plane descended through the clouds, the runway lights appeared. Paul lowered the landing gear, and the pilots prepared for their final approach. The runway grew larger as the aircraft approached. Captain Benham eased the plane down with a gentle firmness, the tires meeting the ground with a reassuring thud. The cabin erupted in applause as passengers realized they had safely landed. Paul informed Captain Benham that he could release the controls. Captain Benham, who had held the yoke and throttle for 40 minutes, felt the weight lift as the plane came to a stop. After a thorough inspection by aircraft rescue and firefighting personnel, the plane was deemed safe to taxi to the gate. All 363 passengers, 3 pilots, and 12 flight attendants disembarked without injury. A comprehensive investigation revealed that a full-length fan blade fracture in the right engine, combined with structural issues, caused the incident. Pratt & Whitney and Boeing implemented safety improvements following the investigation. United Airlines issued full refunds to passengers, and Captain Benham and his crew received the Superior Airmanship Award for their heroic efforts. Captain Benham's exceptional composure and skill under pressure ensured the safety of everyone on board.